For a while now, we've known that Pokemon Generation 8 would be coming out in 2019. Back in June of last year, we got hard confirmation of that from a Famitsu column with an interview with Pokemon President Ishihara. This is what he had to say. The release in the second half of 2019 is a completely different game. This will not be an entry point into the series, but rather something that we want people who have been enjoying Pokemon games for a long time to look forward to. The game will be released for the Switch, but we have kept in mind the hands-on approach that we've had so far. We have also polished the graphics. So we had that hard confirmation of it both being on Switch as well as a 2019 release date. Now recently some information has come out to suggest that we could be hearing Pokemon news very soon. Now, back before the most recent Direct happened, a Twitter account made some very interesting predictions, and by interesting I mean they pretty much predicted the entire contents of this Direct. As you can see, they listed off a host of games. Now, granted it was only 2 days before the Direct, but it's impressive still to say the least. This person clearly has some kind of connections, and if you think otherwise, I don't really know how else to convince you. They even knew about the big title games like the remake for Zelda as well as Mario Maker 2, and even that Platinum Games would have a feature. In addition, they also knew the Direct would be in February, taking a look back at a tweet they made on the 24th of January. So this person has connections. Now, one of their latest tweets just says Pokemon soon and was sent out on the 19th of February, just a few days ago. Now, personally, I think we can't just go off of this one person's claims, even given the fact that they've got all this stuff right so far. But we have even more info in support of this. Polar Panda has also heard the rumblings of Pokemon news. On the 20th, they sent out a tweet with the thinking emoji accompanied with 3 Pokeballs. Now, people began to speculate this meant we could be seeing the 3 starter Pokemon for Generation 8 very soon. Now, his next tweet on Pokemon came out yesterday saying, "Now I will explain the Pokemon post I made. A Nintendo brand ambassador told me there would be Pokemon info on the 26th or 27th. Note, this is not from my main source who has a perfect track record. Take it with a small grain of salt." And then in the replies clarified further that, yes, I do want to stress that this source is a brand ambassador who has given correct info before, but he has also gotten a couple of things wrong, so it's a 50-50, though with the current countdown it'd make sense, no guarantees. A bit of an update on the Pokemon rumor, so the ambassador actually said within the next few weeks. I misinterpreted this as for Pokemon Day, which if being honest is likely true, but I want to clarify there's a chance it's the following week or 2. And finally, closing it out with, I want to specify that I'd consider this more of a rumor. It's coming from a NOA brand ambassador, but not my main NOA contact. When I get something guaranteed from my main source, I will share it with you all. Now, it's worth noting that as Panda says, this was not from their main source, and so it's okay to be a bit weary. However, when you couple it with what the other new leaker has said, it seems to be a strong case, but it doesn't even end there. Even King Zell seems to be in support of this. Now remember that King Zell is one of the most accurate leakers in the business and was one of the first to call the February Direct. Zell responded to a user talking about the Pokemon Direct simply saying, "Keep it up, guys." Now, Zell is known to usually only put out statements when there is something for sure going on, so with all 3 of these things together, it seems like there is almost certainly news coming soon for the new generation of Pokemon. Both Polar and Zell are incredibly reliable, and then you couple that with the new mystery leaker, and there's just too much smoke to ignore this. Now, Pokemon Day will be on the 27th of February, and many have that pegged as the possible release date for this news or information. But still, no one seems to be sure so far how exactly the news will be delivered. Will it be a straight out Pokemon Direct, or will that come out at a later date? We did already have one Direct this month just a few weeks ago, and many would probably think it's much too soon to have another one released right now. And I think many people were not expecting any big Generation 8 news until around the time of E3, so I think this is surprising news for a lot of people. Now, for the past couple of days on the official Pokemon YouTube channel, they have been releasing videos featuring the exploration of the past generations and regions of Pokemon. So far, Kanto, Johto, and Hoenn have been released, and then just today they released the Sinnoh version. Now, it's clear to see this is some kind of countdown, possibly leading right up to Pokemon Day, where they may have a new region to add to the list. This is what I am assuming right now. Now again, this is just an assumption because it could just end with no new region to show, but given all this other news that's going on, it seems to me a plausible idea. Now, I'm a pretty big Pokemon fan, so I am eager to see what the next generation has to offer, since Sun and Moon really weren't for me. So I am definitely excited to see what the new Mon look like, as well as the new region. So I'm hoping we do in fact get that news very soon. But that brings us to the end of this video, guys. Let me know down in the comments below if you think we will get Generation 8 news anytime soon, and if you are excited for Generation 8 in general. My previous videos are on the screen, check those out if you have time. Social media links down in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe for more future content. Thanks for watching, I'll see you guys next time.